today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there. And just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Play action. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Troy Anderson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Complete, Jefferson the target. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And they will take over at the 41, just outside of the 40-yard line. Special teams putting a mark on this game early. Opening drive, block punt.
And for one team, it's a good mark, and for the other, not so good. And this is why special teams coaches are like designated hitters to me. They don't get very many opportunities. They need to maximize when it comes their way. And as we just said, one of them did.
Now a first carry here for nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to...
After
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and 15. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy in the perimeter, he makes you go.
7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allow...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
It certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now Stafford. That would complete to Skoranek. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be fourth down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Here comes the Rams punter now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. On the move past the 40. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. First down at Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Here's Stafford. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
They'll drop to throw.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair.
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Our attention shifts back to Desmond Ritter in this offense.
And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Again, it's Robinson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Robinson. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And quickly they get to the line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run with a rookie from BYU, Tyler Algier. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ritter's pass completes at Pitts.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
Robinson up the middle.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Back now here on EA Sports. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his man, London, right side. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Stafford now to throw. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both 2nd most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
Now it's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw, Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run the option left. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, He committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Strike it.
Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll look to throw now on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2nd and 20.
Now back to throw.
Catch is made by Hardman.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again here with Robinson. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Knocks this one through the post.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford.
Open man is Skoranek. He's got it.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Stafford now to throw.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.